I get asked this every year. It's a 5,000-year-old question, now solvable by AI. And this year, I've decided to do something about it. If you already pay 0 to 10% in taxes, stop watching. If you're in a higher tax bracket and don't mind, stop watching. If you love paying taxes, stop watching. Uncle Sam thanks you. But if you pay your fair share of taxes and wouldn't mind a break, this is for you. This is also for those who wish to lower their tax burden as low as legally possible. Like taxes, tax reduction strategies are nothing new. In fact, there are literally thousands of great CPAs and EAs who literally live and breathe this stuff. A couple of the top ones are good friends of mine who I respect greatly. In 30 minutes, they could give me 3 or 4 great tax reduction strategies as a business owner and high net worth individual. But not everyone can be a tax guru. Even as a CPA and enrolled agent, it takes years to really grok the 70,000 plus pages of the U.S. tax code. Not to mention the tax strategies based on U.S. tax court rulings, Internal Revenue Code, and some of the latest legal legislation of taxation. The best CPAs I know can give me pretty good information based off of my key info. They can eyeball a 85-page 1040 and like Rain Man or The Matrix, start to see patterns appear before their eyes. Unfortunately, most of us are not Rain Man, nor did we get invited to The Matrix. I know I didn't. If you are a chess player, you may have heard that there are more chess combinations than there are stars in the known universe. In fact, the number is 10 to the 120th power, if that means anything to you. And that's only based on 32 chess pieces and 64 squares on the chessboard. And when you take into account hundreds of data points like filing status, health expenses, retirement goals, family situation, entity structure, partners, net profit, reasonable comp, etc., the possible combinations can actually seem pretty daunting. And if you're curious, based on my research, that number comes to 1.5 times 10 to the 602nd power. That is 1.5 followed by 602 zeros. Just picture that for a second. So the number of possible tax strategies is exponentially more than the known stars in the universe, the number of possible chess moves out there, and even the number of grains of sands on all the beaches on Earth if you were to total them all up. So the answer to the 5,000-year-old question, how do I pay less tax, involves knowing all the possible combinations. If you are a business owner with about $250,000 in revenue or a high net worth individual, the number of possible tax reduction strategies you are eligible for actually significantly increases. The long and short is it's a numbers game. So as hip-hop great the Notorious B.I.G. most eloquently said, more money, more problems. The good news is that if you can afford a top-notch CPA or tax advisor, and I can recommend several, you may get a good enough strategy. And I'm not talking about questionable or pseudo strategies like pay yourself less, write off more, or max out your retirement plan. But even the best of us can only see so many moves ahead. Just to give you a little more context on AI, back in 1997, Garry Kasparov, the world's greatest chess player at the time, was beaten by an AI called Deep Blue. And in 2015, AlphaGo, another AI, actually beat Fan Hui, the world's best Go player in the game of Go. So taxes are, in my humble opinion, just another game for AI and possibly the final frontier in finance. But just like chess or Go, there is a finite amount of moves, and it is possible to play a perfect game. See, the thing is, AI was born to do this, and I've seen tons of commendable efforts from tax softwares to try to slay this dragon. The problem is that it relies too much on humans to interpret, and other soft factors not seen on a IRS 1040 or 1120. Emotional factors like their personality type, investment profile, life situation, and other genuine human conversation things that we as humans are so great at understanding and ascertaining. There's a new breed of AI software that I'm currently consulting on that is currently in stealth development that I can't really talk too much about now, but it is going to be a game changer and is going to tackle this very problem. Today's top tax software, say that's 5 times fast. Today's top tax software can literally take into account many different factors. It can file your tax return, but at the end of the day, it really just puts those numbers into boxes. but they do little in the area of actual tax planning and tax reduction strategies. While software I've seen can sift through maybe 1,000 or up to 2,000 or so tax strategies, this one has an upper limit that will not even fit on your calculator. Today, you must generally choose between quantity or quality. But what if AI could actually give you quantity and quality? Mom always said, Mark, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, Mom, wait until you see this. If you're interested in learning more about this project, follow me or subscribe to this channel as I'll be leaking more in the coming weeks.